Hi everyone. Happy Monday. We are back. Another Monday of live yoga. Just getting everything set up. So if you are tuning in now, just get your mat set up, your towel, your space that you're going to do your practice on today. I am just going to share this video with my business page, A Happier Health, so you can catch it there. Okay, good. There it is. It's like, I wish there was an easier way to do this, but that's okay. We're a few minutes early, so. Perfect. Okay. So, I don't know, you guys, anyone tuning in, follows me on Instagram, but I posted a post this morning thinking about some calls that I've been having with clients lately on, waking up in the middle of the day, or not waking up in the middle of the day, waking up and getting onto their computer right away versus having their morning routine of, getting up, having breakfast, maybe driving to work, and, listening to some music or a podcast, or walking to work or taking the bus or train, just that time in between when you wake up and actually starting your workday is kind of getting lost in the mix of working from home. So just kind of thinking about that and thinking, okay, this is like still my time for me before I get started in my workday. So really utilizing that time to bridge the gap of waking up and just starting your workday. Because what I think some people are finding is that they're waking up on Monday, they start checking their email and they've got their computer right there where they've been working, so they hop right onto their computer, and before they know it, the day is halfway into the afternoon and they really haven't gotten up from their desk all day. So just something to be aware of if you want to start your day with something like a walk or a stretch or midday yoga like this. It's a really great way to keep some kind of movement in your day, so you're not literally going from bed to your desk to maybe your couch to bed and being stuck in that circle. So something to keep in mind. And so from there we'll get started. I love the thumbs up, thank you. We'll get started on our yoga mat. Just come to a seated position. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, 2 minutes. We'll get started. People can jump on in. So we'll get started on our mat. Just sit in a comfortable seat. Start to lengthen the back of your spine and start to reach the crown of your head towards the ceiling. You'll notice your chin slightly tuck, almost like you're giving yourself a double chin, to really lengthen the crown of your head up to the sky, to really lengthen the back of the neck. Sometimes when we think lifting our head, if we look up, it's actually crunching the back of our neck. So keeping your gaze straight, if you want to close your eyes, maybe even slightly down towards the floor, to really lengthen through the back of the neck. Let's take a breath here. Breathe in through the nose and open mouth. Breathe out. Take another breath just like that, in through the nose. And open mouth. Let the air out. You can keep your hands, palms facing down on your knees or palms facing up. The symbol of up or down palms really goes back to receiving energy or feeling more grounded. So if you feel like you need a little boost of energy, keep those palms up to receive energy in. And if you feel that you're maybe all over the place and want to ground down, place those palms down onto your knees. We'll take 2 more breaths, starting to deepen our breath all the way down through our lower belly, in through the nose. And open mouth. Let the breath out. 1 more. Breathe in. And open mouth, exhale, breathe out. You can blink your eyes open, sweep your arms up over your head. On your inhale, take the right arm down to the side, reach the left arm up and over to the right. Feeling a nice side body stretch in that left side. If you find yourself crunching forward, just open up, almost like you're lifting your heart to the sky, and then deepen into that side stretch. If you find the hip coming off the ground, just place it back down and then lengthen out the arm. Inhale to center. Lift the right arm up as you take the left arm down to your left side, and then reach that right arm up and over to the side. Every time I do this, it always feels so good. You can never get too much side bending really into your body. So if you feel that right hip coming up, just place it back on the mat and then lengthen that right arm over to the left. Continue to breathe. Maybe take that shoulder down away from your ear if it's creeping up. And inhale to center, both arms up. Maybe even cactus arms, take a gentle back bend, lift the heart, and straighten the arms. Come on forward, and we'll come onto all fours. So coming into your tabletop pose, keep your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, and we'll flow through a few rounds of cat-cow. So drop your belly, lift your gaze for cow pose. Oh, it feels so good. And round your spine, let your head hang heavy towards the mat for cat. Inhale for cow, drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale, round your spine for cat. Continue flowing through a few more rounds of cat-cows, moving through the front and back parts of your body. Especially on your cat pose, let your head hang heavy towards the mat, releasing any tension in your neck and shoulders. That can feel really good. Maybe even take the hips from side to side, circle them around. Just getting movement into your spine. Take your head from side to side, opening up to the side of the neck. Then we'll return to a neutral tabletop. Keep that left hand planted as you inhale the right arm to the sky. Open up to the right. And then exhale, take that right hand under the left as you take the right side of your head down to the mat. We'll twist here all through the spine. Pulling the belly button to the spine to create some room for the twist. You can press into the mat with your left hand for leverage. If you want to take this further into a left shoulder opener, inhale that left arm high. You take it around your lower back. Take a hold of the right hip crease and breathe. Inhale the left arm high if you wrapped it around. Take the left hand down to the mat. Press into the mat with your left hand as you return up, lifting the right arm to the sky. Unravel the twist. Take that right hand down to the mat. Let's take this over to the other side. Inhale the left arm high and sweep the left arm under the right, taking the left side of the head down to the mat. Pull the belly button into the spine to create room for the twist. And use that right hand for leverage. If you want to take that shoulder opener on this side, inhale the right arm high and sweep it around the lower part of your back. Maybe you take a hold of that left hip crease if that's accessible to you, and open up through the right shoulder. Take a breath here. Inhale the right arm high. Take that right hand down to the mat as you press into the mat with the right hand. Unravel the twist. Inhaling your left arm high. Take the left hand down to the mat. Spreading your fingers wide, tuck your toes under, lift your hips high, and back for down dog. Oh, this feels good. Opening up through those calves. Just dropping one heel to the next. On your next breath, shift forward to a plank pose. Take a look at your plank. You want to align your shoulders over your wrists and your heels over your toes to stack the joints. This is the best way to support your plank posture. So from here, keep your hands where they're at, your toes where they're at, and just lift your hips up and back, down dog. This might feel like a long down dog to you, but this is where you want to be. If you're finding any rounding in your spine, bend your knees, tilt your tailbone to the sky, and then lengthen out the legs. Keeping your head heavy and your shoulders away from your ears. Let's take 2 full breaths in our down dog. Inhale through your nose. And open mouth. Exhale. Inhale, fill up. And open mouth. Let it out. On your next breath in, look forward, bend your knees, step or float to the top of the mat for ragdoll. Your feet can come right behind your wrists. Take a nice bend in your knees. You can bend your knees so much, actually, that your rib cage touches the top of your thighs. And let your head hang heavy. Feel a nice release in your lower back. Feel the tension and stress melting away from your neck and shoulders. And breathe. Take a hold of each elbow. Let your top body just fall towards the mat. You sway from side to side, opening up through the side and back body. Wherever you're at, release the grip of your toes. Take your weight out of your heels into the balls of your feet and breathe. Release your hands down to the mat. Keep the left hand planted as you bend into that left knee. Inhale the right arm high for a twist. You want to take that shoulder opener, wrap the right arm around your lower back. Take a hold of the left hip crease. As you open up through the right shoulder, take a breath here. Feel that stretch in the right outer side of your leg. Inhale the right arm high and take it down to the mat. Bending into the right knee, inhale the left arm high for a twist. If you took that wrap on the other side, you can take it on this side, taking hold of that right hip crease. So you open up through the left shoulder. Feel that stretch in the outer left leg. And just continue to breathe. Inhale the left arm high. Take the left hand down to the mat. Let's flow through that once more. Bending into the left knee. Inhale the right arm high. Take the left hand down. Bending into that right knee. Inhale the left arm high. And take that left hand down to the mat. Now bend into your knees, let your head hang heavy as you slowly roll to a stand. One vertebrae at a time. Your head coming up last. Take the shoulders into your ears, squeeze them back behind you and down. Take them up into your ears, back and down. Let's do that once more. Shoulders into the ears, back and down. Inhale your arms high. And let's take some more side stretching. So take a hold of your right wrist and reach it up and over to the left. You can keep your feet hip distance apart. Just engage your core to protect your back. Inhale to center. Take a hold of that left wrist. Reach it up and over to the right. Breathe through that stretch. Inhale to center, cactus the arms as you lift your heart for a gentle back bend. Inhale, hands to center, and let's take a fold, coming all the way down to your forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flatten your spine, take your hands to your shins, and exhale, fold. Once more, inhale, halfway lift, hands come to the shins, and exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step your right foot back in a low lunge. Drop that right heel down, untuck the toes, inhale your arms high, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. You can walk that left foot forward as you sink down into your hips. We'll take a hold of that right wrist again and reach it up and over to the left, squeezing your legs together to support your balance as you sink down a little bit lower into your hips. Inhale to center. Let's take it over to the other side while we're in this lunge. Take a hold of the left wrist and reach it up and over to the right. You can sink down a little bit more in that left knee. Inhale to center. Drop your hands to the mat. Tuck the right toes under as you return to your low lunge. Keep the right hand planted as you inhale the left arm high for an easy twist. I got some good feedback from Friday if you joined that class on the love of side planks. So let's take one of those right now. Keep that right hand planted. Roll onto the outer edge of the right foot and take the left foot to meet the right. Squeeze through the core, through your glutes, and lift through that left arm up towards the sky. If you want to take that modified side plank, just drop the right knee down, flatten out the left foot. If you want to stay in the full expression plank, do so with me now. Let's reach one more breath, reaching through those left fingertips. Take the left arm over the head, and then take the left hand down to the mat. We'll all meet in a high plank. Take one breath here, and then lift your hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, step or float to the top of the mat in your forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flatten the spine, and exhale, fold. Inhale to rise and stand, arms sweep high, and let's take it down, forward fold, hands through heart center. Inhale, lift halfway, exhale, fold, plant your hands, step the left foot back in a low lunge. Drop down onto that left knee, untuck the toes. So you inhale your arms high for an Anjaneyasana low lunge. Let's take a hold of our left wrist and reach it up and over to the right. Again, squeezing those legs together to support your balance and posture. If you want to move that right foot a little bit further to sink down into the hips. Inhale to center, switch out the grip, take the right hand up and over to the left. You can sink a little bit further down into that right hip, squeezing the legs. Inhale to center, release the hands, drop the hands to the mat, tuck the left toes under as you return to that low lunge. Keep the left hand planted as you inhale the right arm high for a twist. Reaching through those right fingertips. You know where we're going. Roll onto the outer edge of that left foot as you bring the right foot to meet the left in a side plank. Reach through the right fingertips as you engage your core to lift your hips 1 inch higher. If you want to take the supported side plank, drop the left knee down and flatten the right foot to the mat. Let's take one more breath. And we'll drop the right hand down to the mat. We'll all return to our high plank for one more breath. And then lift your hips up and back, down dog. Pedal through your feet, left and right. And we'll start to move on. Inhale the right leg high. Bend the right knee as you open up the hip, stacking the right hip on top of the left. Move that right knee in a few circles one way. And then take it the other way. Let's get some movement in that hip. Straighten the right leg, take that right foot down, and let's take it over to the left side. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Shirts flying around, just bend that right knee. And bend it the other way, take those circles. Straighten the left leg. And then the left foot can meet the right. Let's return to that right side. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step through low lunge. Drop the left heel down as you rise on your inhale, arm sweep high, warrior one. So warrior one, we want to have our hips squared to the top of our mat. You might need to manually do that and just take your right hand and move your hip back, bringing that left hip forward. If this is challenging, just open your stance a little bit more, then you can align the hips to the front of the mat. We'll sweep our hands behind our back, clasp the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades as you lift your heart to the sky, pressing down into the outer edge of that left foot as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, fold forward and down. You can let your chest rest on the right thigh or take it to the inside for a little bit deeper of a stretch. Let your head hang heavy and breathe. You want to deepen the shoulder stretch, squeezing the palms to the hands together, lift them up towards the sky and then over your head. We'll take one more breath. Release the grip of the hands, sweep them up towards the sky, warrior one, and drop the hands down to the mat on the inside of that right foot. Take the right foot back to meet the left and flow through chaturanga. Shifting the shoulders over the wrists, you can always drop down onto the knees as you bend the arms halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, and tuck your toes, down dog. Take one breath. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Drop the right heel down as you inhale to rise, warrior one. And again, you want the hips squared to the top of the mat, so you can take your stance a little bit wider, taking the left hip, manually moving it back to move that right hip forward, and then sink down into your warrior one. Sweep the arms behind you, clasp the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades back together as you lift your heart, and then fold forward and down. Letting your head fall towards the mat. If you liked that deeper shoulder opener, squeezing the palms together, lift them up towards the sky and then towards your head. If this is ever too much, release the hands down to the mat and breathe. Inhale to rise, arms sweep high. And exhale your hands to the mat as you step the left foot back to meet the right and flow through your chaturanga. Lowering halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. Let's take one breath. And we'll flow through that one breath to one movement. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Drop the left heel down as you rise, warrior one. Sweep the arms behind you, take a hold of each hand. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you inhale and bow forward as you exhale. Inhale to rise, release the hands, sweep them high. And exhale your hands to the mat as you step the right foot back to meet the left. You can flow through a chaturanga here or hold your plank for an extra breath, and then lift your hips up and back, down. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Drop the right heel down as you rise, warrior one. Sweep the hands down and back, take a hold of them behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale your heart to the sky. And exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale to rise, release the hands, arms sweep up. And exhale your hands to the mat, step back to your plank, and flow through a chaturanga or push back, down dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. We're going to return to our warrior one for a breath. So drop that left heel down as you inhale the arms high. And then we're going to open up to warrior two here. So you're going to shift that right foot to the left side of your mat as you open up the arms out long, sink down into that right leg as you keep the left leg straight. So in Warrior Two, our hips now are towards the long edge of our mat. It's a little bit more opening. If this is too much, you can always straighten the leg and then bend back into it. Straighten and bend. It can give some movement in there if it's a little bit tight. So we'll all meet back into our bent-legged Warrior Two, keeping our legs right where they're at. Inhale the right arm up and back for a reverse warrior, reaching up and back through the right arm, keeping the legs where they're at. And exhale, extended side angle, right elbow to the right thigh as you lift the left arm high. Use that right elbow to press and lift through the chest, creating space between the right side body and that right leg. Inhale and stay for the exhale. Let's reverse our warrior. Inhale the right arm up and back. And windmill the hands down to the mat. Take that right foot back to meet the left. And we'll flow through a chaturanga, shifting your shoulders over your wrists, lowering halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. You can always skip the chaturanga. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Drop the right heel down. So you come up, Warrior One. Start to walk that left foot towards the middle of the mat as we open up Warrior Two. Our hips are now open to the long edge of our mat. So we press down into the outer edge of the right foot, bending into that left thigh. Keeping the legs right where they're at. Inhale the left arm up and back, reverse warrior. Stretching all the way through the left fingertips. And exhale, bring that left elbow to the left thigh as you sweep the right arm up and over your head for extended side angle. You're not lounging into that left side, but you're structured and you're using that left forearm to lift your heart open to the sky. Keep those legs right where they're at. We're going to reverse our warrior, lift that left arm up and back. And exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Step back to your plank pose. And just to give you another option for chaturanga, you can always shift forward. Come on down to your knees. You almost return to a cow pose, lifting your tailbone to the sky, and then you just tuck the toes and lift the hips up and back. It's a really nice modified chaturanga. Let's take a breath, and then we'll flow through that. One breath through one movement. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. Let it. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step through low lunge. Let's come right on up to Warrior Two. So windmill those arms open and sink down into that right knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior, right arm up and back. Exhale, extended side angle, right elbow to right thigh, left arm reaches up over your head. Inhale, reverse the warrior, right arm up and back. And exhale your hands down to the mat, stepping the right foot to meet the left and flowing through your chaturanga. So shoulders over the wrists, you can always come down to the knees as you lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step through low lunge. Let's open up right away, Warrior Two. Sinking down into that left knee. Inhale, reverse the warrior, left arm up and back. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm reaches towards the front of your mat. Inhale, reverse, left arm up and back. And exhale the hands down to the mat. Step back to your plank pose and flow through chaturanga, or you got it, push back, down dog. Take 2 breaths right here. Breathe in and breathe out. One more. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. We're going to slow things down just a bit. Inhaling the right leg high. Exhale, step through low lunge. We're going to drop the left heel down and open up into our warrior 2. This time we're going to straighten that right leg, rotate the right toes in parallel with the left toes. We're going to take a wide-legged forward fold. So you can have your legs as wide as feels comfortable to you. You can take a hold of those hands if you want to enjoy additional shoulder opening. Squeeze through the shoulder blades back as you lift the heart and start to fold forward and down in a wide-legged forward fold. Let your head relax towards the mat. If you find yourself looking out ahead, take it down. You should have no tension in your neck right now. Using all of the weight of your head to traction any tightness in your neck. Walk your hands slightly forward, right under your face really. Keep that left hand planted as you keep a slight bend in the legs and inhale the right arm high for a twist. This is feeling good, stay right here. If you want a little bit more, start to bring your forehead to your shin, keeping your back straight. You'll feel a whole lot more in the back of that right leg. Wherever you're at, keep a slight bend in the knees and lift through that right arm. Take it back to center and let's push this out. So bring that right hand down. Again, keeping a slight bend in the knees. Inhale the left arm high. And stay right here. Or start to bring your forehead towards the left shin. Get a little bit more stretch in that left leg. Return to center, drop the left hand down, keeping a slight bend in the knees, lift with a flat back up to a stand, reach your arms out and wide for star pose, and we'll return to our warrior 2 to the front of the mat. So from our warrior 2, we're going to straighten that right leg, shift your hips towards the back of your mat as you reach forward and down with the right arm in triangle pose. So if you have a block handy, this would be where you'd want to use it, but a lot of us probably don't have a block right now. So you can take your hand to your shin or even to your thigh. Even bring it to your thigh and just reach through that left arm for support. Inhale, returning to warrior 2, bending into the right knee. Reverse your warrior, right arm reaches up and back. Windmill the hands down to the mat. And step the right foot back to meet the left. Let's take another side plank. So roll onto the edge of the left foot. As you keep the left hand planted, inhale the right arm to the sky. Maybe you reach the right arm overhead. Maybe you scissor the legs. Wherever you're at, lifting the hips up towards the sky. Return the right hand down to the mat. And let's push back, down to up. Let's take this on the left side. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step through low lunge. Drop the right heel down as we open up warrior 2. We're going to straighten the left leg, bring those left toes in, parallel to the right toes. If you wanted more shoulder opener, take those hands behind your back, squeeze the shoulders together as you lift your heart and fold forward and down. Remember to let your head hang heavy towards the floor. If you want to move into a further shoulder opener, squeezing the hands together, lift them towards the sky and then over your head. Wherever you're at, keeping a slight bend in the knees. Release the hands down to the mat, the flat back. Keep a slight bend in those knees. Use your hands to your hips and return to a stand. Reaching those arms up above, star pose. And then we're going to bend into that left knee, returning to our warrior two. From here, we're going to straighten the left knee, shift the hips back as you reach forward and down for triangle pose. Right arm reaches high. Again, you can go all the way down to the ground if that's accessible to you, or using your shin for support, or even your thigh. Let's take one more breath. Inhale, rise, return to warrior two, bending into that left knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, your hands to the mat. Stepping the left foot back to meet the right. You got it, one more side plank. So keep that right hand planted as you shift to the outer edge of the right foot. Inhale, the left arm high. If you want to take that supported side plank, definitely available at this time. Reaching through the fingertips wherever you're at. Maybe take that left arm up overhead. Let's take one more breath. And then take the left hand down to the mat into our plank pose. One more breath right here. And then lift the hips up and back, down, down. Inhale, the right leg high. Exhale, come through half pigeon. So take the right knee to your right wrist, keeping the right toes flexed or pointed. Your shin might not be completely parallel to the top edge of your mat. That's okay. Wherever you're at, just lengthen that left leg down and back, untuck the toes, press into your hands for a little bit more lift, and then start to walk your hands toward the top edge of your mat. You can let your head rest on your palms or on a towel or directly down onto your mat if that is where you're at. Breathe into any tightness that you might be feeling. Start to slowly return to your hands. Tuck the left toes under and lift the right foot up and back. Maybe you do a few more of those knee circles. And take the right foot down to the mat. Inhale, the left leg high. Come on through half pigeon, taking the left knee to that left wrist. Keeping the left toes flexed or pointed. Untuck the right toes. Press into your fingertips and start to walk forward and down to your sleeping half pigeon. We'll take a few rounds of breaths here. So again, you can rest your head on your hands all the way down to your mat, whatever feels supported and comfortable to you. Start to slowly return to your hands. Tuck the right toes under as you press up and back. You can take that left leg up and take a few more of those knee circles to get some movement back into that left hip. Take the left foot down to meet the right. On your next inhale, look forward, step or float to the top of your mat. And we're going to come all the way down to our seat, start to work our way towards our backs. So lengthen your legs out in front of you, reach your arms up and take them over towards your feet. Maybe you can't reach your feet, that's okay. Take a hold of your shins, maybe just your thighs, wherever, and just have a relaxing forward fold. No need to, grip super tight. Just let yourself melt over your legs. Start to roll up to a seated position, arms out long. Pull in your core as you slowly roll all the way down to your back. Bring your right knee into your chest. Take your right knee gently towards the right shoulder. Gentle squeeze on your inhale. And on your exhale, take it over to the left side for a supine twist. Reach that right arm up overhead or out to the side. Let's take 2 breaths in this twist. Bring the right knee back to center. Switch out the legs, taking the left knee into your chest, lengthening out the right leg. Take that left knee towards the left shoulder as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, take the left knee over to the right for a supine twist, reaching the left arm overhead or out to the side. Enjoy a few breaths right here. Bring the left knee back to center. Bring both the knees into your chest. Take a nice squeeze, rolling into a ball. Maybe bring your head up in your nose, touching your knees. Squeeze everything together. Take 1 breath in. And on your exhale, release into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Let your legs come out long. Your toes can flop open to the side. Let your knuckles, your wrists connect to the floor. Feel your shoulder blades, your heels, your sits bones, the back of your ribs, all connecting to the floor. Start to let your breathing return to its natural rhythm. And melt yourself into your mat. If you'd like to stay in your final resting pose for a little bit longer, please do so. If you would like to be guided out and continue on with your day, start to invite some small movements in your fingers and your toes. Take your head from side to side. Reach your arms up over your head. Feel a nice full body stretch all the way from your fingertips down to your toes. Pull the knees into your center and roll onto your side. Take a breath right here. using your hands, press yourself up to a seated position at the top of your mat. You can close your eyes if you'd like to. You can take your hands to your heart center if that feels good to you. Thank you all for joining me today. It was a pleasure to continue these live virtual online yoga classes and be able to reach friends, families, and maybe even strangers across the globe. Take your hands to third eye center, the seat of enlightenment. I bow forward with you now in gratitude and thanks. Namaste. Thank you everyone that joined. It's awesome to see the names pop up. I'll be doing this really indefinitely, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. Central Time. So if you missed the live version, I believe it still flows through on Facebook, so you can always catch it there. And I have been posting them to YouTube. So if you search Andrea Davidson Yoga, you should be able to find the videos on my YouTube channel, Happier Health, which is also my coaching practice company name. So if you guys like this, would love to hear feedback. If you guys are looking for anything more, maybe some slower movements or faster movements, more sweating, more planking, you name it. Just let me know, leave me a comment or send me a message. Hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.